दुखिया भारी आया हूँ प्रभु शरण तुम्हारी, रखियो लाज हमार करेगा कर जोर के, क्षमा तेरी आरती नंद लाला तेरी आरती सारा संसार करे। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। श्री राधा रानी के चरण बंदो बारंबार, जिनकी कृपा कटाक्ष से रीझे नंद कुमार। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। We bow in reverence. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaram, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha। प्रेम सुनो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, अलबेली सरकार की जय। अग्रे कुरुनाम अथ पांडवानां दुःशासनेनां हृतवस्त्रकेशां कृष्णा तदा क्रोशादन्यनाथा गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति। श्री कृष्ण विष्णु मधुकैत भारे भक्तलोकनाथ, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति। श्री कृष्ण राधा वर गोकुलेशा, गोपाल गोवर्धननाथ विष्णु, जिह्वे पिबस्वा जिह्वे पिबस्वा जिह्वे पिबस्वा अमृतमेतदेवा, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविंद गोविंद हरे मुरारे गोविंद गोविंद मुकुंद कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद रठांग पाणे गोविंद दामोदर माधवेति 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 सच्चिदानंद रूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। श्री बद्रीनारायण भगवान की जय, श्री अनंत पद्मनाभ स्वामी की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ जी महाराज की जय, श्री द्वारकाधीश भगवान की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। अखंड मंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री अम्बे मात भवानी की जय। We bow down to the mother of the world. Sanatana Dharma gives us that freedom to worship the Supreme both as a father and a mother. Shri Krishna says in Gita, Pita Mahasya Jagato Mata. I am the father of this world and I am also the mother of this world. We bow down to the graceful Lord of Kailash, Bhagwan Shiv Shankar, on this beautiful eve of Radha Ashtami, the appearance of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Aradhya Shakti. Padma Puran says, the Lord one day wanted to worship himself, but how weird it would look, how strange it would look to put the chandan on yourself, to put the mala on yourself, to do his own arti, to do his own archana. Krishnaya Namaha, Janardhanaya Namaha, Madhusudanaya Namaha. How strange it would look. Devi Bhagavatam says, from the body of Krishna himself, there emerged his Shakti. Just like how Bhagavati Kalika emerged from the body of Bhagwan Shiva, similarly, Radharani appeared out of the body of Shri Krishna. In Vaishnavism, in Vaishnav Dharma, you have Bhagwan Shri Vishnu accompanied by Mahalakshmi. Shri Sitaramji is accompanied by Shri Sitaji. And we have Shri Krishna is accompanied by Shri Radharani. By Shri Radharani. In Vaishnav Dharma, Bhagwan Vishnu is called Srinivasa, the one within whom prosperity resides. Shri Nivasaha. If you go to the Hindu temple here in Minneapolis, in Maple Grove, and you go look at Tirupati Balaji or Shri Varadaraja Swami, you will see two circular ornaments on the Lord's chest. You will see two circular ornaments, right side and left side. One is Bhudevi and one is Shri Devi. Bhudevi is Mother Earth. You will soon learn that piece of property that you have a transport for. That piece of property that you can claim or you want to claim as yours, you will soon get to know it's not yours. It belongs to someone else. That is Bhudevi. He is the custodian of the earth, Mother Earth, Prithvi Devi. And Shri Devi, prosperity, the goddess of prosperity embodied, that is Lakshmi Devi, Shri Nivasa. So naturally from the body of Mahavishnu, there is going to appear Shri Radharani. That is prosperity personified. More than that, in the case of Krishna Bhakti, Radha represents that highest or the ultimate state of devotion, where Krishna pleases the world, but Radha pleases Shri Krishna. And when I talk about pleases, please do not misinterpret that word. Do not misinterpret when I say she pleases him. There are many stories of Radha and Krishna which are not recorded in our text. Even her name is not mentioned in the Bhagavatam. None of the Sakhis, Lalita Sakhi, Vishakha Sakhi, none of the Sakhis names are even mentioned in the Bhagavatam. The other Puranas, they will be named who they were, because Shukadeva cannot call their names. He will fall into a trance. And Parikshit Maharaj only has 2 more days to live. He has to complete the Bhagavatam before Shukadeva exits this world. He has to gift him that. It is said that one day, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, pretended that he had a bukhar. He had a fever. So he asked all the Sakhis to get him the medication. So they tried all sorts of herbal medication, all sorts of things that they knew. They administered it, but it had no effect. The fever was still there. So then he says, the only thing that will bring down my fever, if one of you were to take the dust of your feet, mix it with the water of the Yamuna, make a paste out of it, and plaster my forehead. No gopi was willing to do that. How can we put our charan ke dhool? How can we put the dust from our feet on Krishna's forehead? When the message reached Radharani, there was no hesitation. There was no hesitation whatsoever. Radharani took the dust of her feet. Shri Radharani ke charan bandao barambar jinki kripa kataksha se rijhe Nanda Kumar. What does that mean? She took the dust from her feet, she mixed it with Yamuna water, and she sent it for him, just to relieve him of his bukhar, to relieve him of his fever. It is Radharani, it is Shrimati Radharani, jinki kripa kataksha se rijhe Nanda Kumar. He longs for her glimpse. He longs for her glimpse. And it is only her glimpse that captures his attention. That captures his attention. Even in today's world, the Rasika saints, they fail to, there's not enough words to glorify Shrimati Radharani. They rever Radharani more than Krishna, because Radharani represents bhakti, that devotion which will take you to Krishna. In the Bhagavatam tomorrow night, when we will read the Gopika episode, the Gopika Geet, you will see how she held the hands of the gopis and cried together and sang the beautiful song, the tearful song for Krishna to make his appearance. Radharani, she who appeared out of the body of Krishna himself, according to the Devi Bhagavatam, Padma Purana says she is his Aradhya Shakti. He worships her and she worships him. Did I not say it to you a night ago? What did Kashyapa say? What is the position of the wife in the life of the husband? What is the status of the wife in the life of the husband? She occupies half of himself. She occupies half of himself. The two of them join hands together in Dharma, in Artha, in Kama, and in Moksha. Therefore, Kashyap Maharishi says, no husband should ever deny anything to his wife. But ladies, please don't be too demanding. Please don't go home and say, Pandit Rajin says, you should not deny me my request. ठीक है? Bhaktajano, on this beautiful, beautiful eve of Radha Ashtami, we pray that may we also attain that bhakti. Radhe Radhe Japo Chale Aayenge Bihari. Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Japo Chale Aayenge Bihari. Radhe Radhe Japo Chale Aayenge Bihari. Aayenge Bihari Chale Aayenge Bihari. Aayenge Bihari Chale Aayenge Bihari. Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Japo Chale Aayenge Bihari. Radhe Radhe Japo Chale Aayenge Bihari. राधा मेरी चंदा चकोर है बिहारी. 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 राधे राधे, राधे राधे जपो चले आएंगे बिहारी. राधे राधे जपो चले आएंगे बिहारी. मेरी गंगा तो धार है बिहारी. राधा मेरी गंगा तो धार है बिहारी. राधा मेरी गंगा तो धार है बिहारी. राधा मेरी गंगा तो धार है बिहारी. राधे राधे, राधे राधे जपो चले आएंगे बिहारी. राधे राधे जपो चले आएंगे बिहारी. आएंगे बिहारी चले आएंगे बिहारी. आएंगे बिहारी चले आएंगे बिहारी. राधे राधे, राधे राधे जपो चले आएंगे बिहारी. राधे राधे जपो चले आएंगे बिहारी. श्री वृंदावन राधे राधे, कुंज गलन में राधे, बरसाने में राधे राधे, नंदगांव में राधे राधे, गिरि गोवर्धन राधे राधे, बरसाने में राधे राधे, गिरि गोवर्धन राधे राधे, नंदगांव में राधे राधे, दान गली में राधे राधे, मान गली में राधे राधे, कुसुम सरोवर राधे राधे, राधा सरोवर राधे राधे, राधा रमण में राधे राधे, राधा बिहारी राधे राधे, राधा दामोदर राधे राधे, राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे राधे, राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे. Sham, Radha is cosmic energy. That's not Krishna's girlfriend. Do not reduce our Bhagwan to that level. ठीक है? That is not his girlfriend. That is his Aradhya Shakti. That is Krishna himself. Radha Rani is Krishna himself. Krishna himself. And when we raise our hands into the heavenly regions, we invoke that Shakti that is Radha. We bow down to Radha Rani. We bow down, my dear ones, to our revered gurus. And of course, every day without fail to the Guru of all Guru, Shri Hanumanji Maharaj. To Puja Veda Vyasji, Bhagavan Shri Veda Vyasji. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave. He is the writer of the text. He enacts a role in the text. He plays a role in the book, just like a producer of a movie, or the writer of the movie. He writes the script. He's also a character. He's also a part and parcel of the actors and actresses that are acting. And he knows how to conclude the text. He knows how to conclude, my dear ones, to conclude the program. That is Vyasa, who is Vishnu Bhagwan himself. To our honorable Panditjis in our gathering tonight, conducting Dev Puja, and to all bhaktas who have made it here tonight, our 5th session, Suswagatam to each and every one of you, on behalf of the organizers of the Srimad Bhagwat Jnana Yajna. Some of you have been here from the beginning, from the first day, and you've been partaking of Nigamakalpatarora Galitam Phalam Shuka Mukhadamrita Dravasam Yutam Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhurho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavuka, the 3rd shloka of the Bhagavatam. The Bhagavatam, my dear ones, is a fruit of the Vedas which we've been partaking of, commencing on Monday, and we will conclude on Sunday. It's a real honor and joy to be with you, and I thank you, Pandit Dubeji, for the kind welcome. But I think by now everybody knows where I'm from. The moment you'll hear my accent, me pan Borbis, right? You'll know exactly where I'm from. Okay? But thank you so much. We have to fall in tune, my dear ones, from where we left off last evening. And I promised to give you from book 8 of the Bhagavatam, the episode of the Vaman Avatar. Matsya, the fish incarnation, Matsya Kurma, the turtle incarnation, Matsya Kurma Varaha, the boar incarnation. We spoke about last night the Narasimha incarnation. After the Narasimha incarnation, you have the Vaman incarnation. We're going to meet the great sage Kashyapa, who is married to both Diti and Aditi. Diti becomes the mother of the Rakshasas. She becomes the mother of the Rakshas. Aditi becomes the mother of the gods. She becomes the mother of the gods. Diti's mind at all times is taken over by lust, by karma, by passion. She doesn't listen to anyone. Manmani hevo. It must be her way or no other way. She takes no advice on what is appropriate and what is inappropriate. What is the appropriate time and what is the inappropriate time. Pitri Paksh will be commencing very soon. I hope no Hindus have planned a wedding. No matter how convenient it is for family members to come, doesn't matter the availability of photographers and videographers and decorators and a venue, we Hindus should not be performing weddings during Pitri Paksh. This is Varjit. Varjit means prohibited. Because that is the time to remember your ancestors. That is the time to do good work in the name of your dearly departed loved ones in the Pitri Paksh. But our friend Diti, she doesn't care for advice. It must be her way. It must be at her call. Aditi, on the other hand, Aditi is a devotee. And Aditi and Kashyapa, they're going to pray to the Supreme Lord. Some may think if you're a Bhagwati meaning if you follow Sri Krishna, then you cannot pray to Lord Shiva. Then you cannot do Durga Puja. Wrong. Very wrong. Very wrong. Bhaktajano, you're going to have Kashyapa and Mother Aditi. They're going to pray to both, or rather all three. They're going to offer prayers to Bhagwan Shiva. They're going to offer prayer to Brahma. They're going to offer prayer to Bhagwan Narayana. Bhagwan Shivaji's prayer is recorded. Om Namah Shivaya Rudraya Namah Shakti Dharaya Cha Sarva Vidyadi Pataye Bhutanam Pataye Namaha. Namah Shivaya Rudraya Namah Shakti Dharaya Cha. Salutations to the all blissful. He is Shiva. Bhagwan Shiva is the embodiment of bliss. He says, salutations to the all blissful Mahadev, Rudra, who is what? The one who paves the way for a new creation. We bow down to him, the master of all sciences. And then to Brahma. Namo Hiranya Garbhaya Pranaya Jagatatmani Yogeshwara Shariraya Namaste Yogahitave. He is Hiranya Garbha. Remember the instructions from book 2 of the Bhagavatam, where Maha Vishnu instructs Brahmaji to create the world, to populate this world. Salutations to Brahmaji, my dear ones, the soul of this universe. Hail to the one who is the embodiment of the mystic powers acquired through practices of yoga, Brahmaji. And then they're praying to Shri Hari. Namaste Adi Devaya Sakshi Bhutaya Te Namaha Narayanaya Rishaye Naraya Haraye Namaha Tvam Sarva Varada Pumsam Varenya Varadarshabham Ataste Shreyase Dhira Padarenu Mapasate. They're bowing down to Adi Deva Narayana Bhagwan. Today in science there's something called the Milky Way. It has been recorded in our sacred text as Ksheerasagar. It's been recorded in our sacred text as Ksheerasagar, as the Milky Ocean. There he resides. There he made his prakat hue. Bhai pragat kripala deen dayala kaushalya hitkari harsit mahatari muni manhari adbhut rupa vichari Shriman Narayan 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 Shriman Narayan Narayan Bhagwan ne pragat hue. Just like how he appeared in the dark jail cell of Kamsa, he also made his appearance like that in the chambers of Kaushalya. There he appeared in the Milky Ocean and he began giving instructions to Brahmaji, to this supreme Namaste Adi Devaya Sakshi Bhutaya Te Namaha. He stands as a witness. You think there's nobody looking at you? Sometimes we tend to feel there's nobody who cares for us. Sometimes we tend to feel abandoned. Sometimes we tend to feel all alone. But no, the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam says he is the Sakshi. He's looking at everything that is taking place. He's the witness. Tvam sarva varadaha pumsam varenya varadarshabham ataste shreyase dhira padarenu mupasate. Tvam sarva varada. Did I not say to you, the presiding deity of the Hindu temple in Maple Grove, Lord Vishnu, is called Varada Hasta Swami, Varada Raja Swami. He who holds his hand in this gesture to grant boons, to grant to your heart's desire. Together with Mother Aditi, the two of them are going to pray to Bhagwan Shriman Narayan. Hari Narayanam Vande Shriman Narayanam Vande Hari Narayanam Vande Shriman Narayanam Vande. And there before Mother Aditi and Kashyapa, the Blessed Lord is going to make his appearance. Tam vatum vamanam drishtva modamana maharshayam karmani karyamasuha puraskritya prajapatim. Tam vatum vamana, vata, vaman, like a little dwarf. He appears. You have gone to a Janeva ceremony. You have gone to a Yagyopavit ceremony. Just like how I mentioned just now, weddings should not be done during the Pitri Paksha period. Shall I also tell you when a Janeva should not be done? A Yagyopavit should not be conducted when it is Surya Dakshayana. When the sun is in the southern hemisphere, we do not open temples, we do not consecrate murtis. We don't, you see, Agama Shastra, when it comes to temple consecration and consecration of murtis, there are separate texts that deals with these rites. Don't call them rituals, call them rites. There's separate text that deals with them. Just as how wedding is prohibited during Pitri Paksh, the Yajna Pavit Sanskar is an offering to Surya Deva, and it should be done when it is Surya Uttarayana. It should be done in the Uttarayan, when the sun is in the northern hemisphere, not in the southern hemisphere. Now you'll want to know, Panditji, when is this in the calendar? I'll tell you. From the 14th of January, Makar Sankranti, to Guru Purnima, that is Uttarayana. From the 14th of January, it happens every year, the 14th of January, to Guru Purnima, that is Uttarayan. The sun is in the northern hemisphere. From Guru Purnima now to Makar Sankranti, the sun is in the southern hemisphere, Dakshinayana. Therefore, Yajna Pavit Sanskar, if you want the maximum benefit, if you don't care about the benefit, and if you want to perform just a ritual, go ahead. You don't care for the benefit of it. You don't care for the energy that you would harness from it, the blessings that you would harness from it, then please do as you like. But I'm encouraging you to follow our scriptures. You do not do certain rites because it's convenient for you. You do not conduct certain rites because it is convenient for you. Uttarayana, when the sun is in the northern hemisphere, because remember, what is the child being invested with? His sacred thread, Janoi, and he's been given the Gayatri Mantra. You think the Gayatri Mantra is directed to Devi Gayatri? No. Devi Gayatri is the embodiment of the Gayatri Mantra. And that Gayatri Mantra, it is offered to Adideva Namastubhyam Prabhakar. It is offered to Surya Deva. And when the sun god is in the northern hemisphere, ask any qualified priest, ask anyone who knows Jyotish, ask anyone, my dear ones, and they will tell you this. The blessed Lord appears as Vaman, and he is going to be given his Janeo. Look where the Janeo, look how ancient the Janeo ceremony is. The sacred thread ceremony. It goes back to the time of Vaman Avatar. Tasyopaniya manasya savitrim savita bravitam brihaspate brahma sutram mikhalam kashyapo datat. Who is going to come, my dear ones, to give him the sacred Gayatri Mantra? You know who is going to come to give Bhagwan the Gayatri Mantra? Surya Bhagwan himself. Adi Deva Namastubhyam Prasidha Mama Bhashkara Divakar Namastubhyam Prabhakar Namostute. The sun god himself comes and utters the Gayatri Mantra for us who have received our sacred thread in that ceremony. I'm so happy. I have it framed, my Guruji's handwriting. Pujya Swargavasi Pandit Lakshmi Narayan Sharma from Quarantine Barbis, who performed my Yajna Pavit Sanskar. He wrote it in an exercise book. Y'all know what the exercise book is? I don't think nowadays generation will know what the exercise book is. They'll probably think it's a book for fitness. Right? But all of us know exercise book, and I found it one day in my book collection, and I was so happy. My Puja Guruji, his handwriting of the Gayatri Mantra in Sanskrit to me. 9 years old I was, Bab, how would I be able to read it? I didn't know what it was. I have it framed. Surya Bhagwan himself comes and gives him the Gayatri Mantra. And every Dvija means a twice born. Your first birth is from your mother's womb. The second birth is from the Gyan, the knowledge that your Guru would have imparted to you, and in being invested with a sacred thread. Being invested with a sacred thread. that is called a Dvija, twice born. It is Brihaspati, Devanam cha Rishinam cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhi Bhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Brihaspatim. He's the guru of the gods. He comes and he places the sacred thread across his shoulder. His father comes and ties a waistband of grass. Kush grass is tied around his waist. What does that mean, child? Now it's the time for you to elevate your upper body, not to concentrate on the lower body, if you could understand that. That is to concentrate, oh child, as a brahmachari, as a student, as one who is now invested with the sacred thread, who has now been given the permission, or he's equipped now to read the Vedas and study the sacred text. Think about your upper body and not your lower body. Think about satisfying your upper body, child. And what is the northernmost part of your body? Your head. Your head. And not to satisfy the lower body. So Kashyapa comes and ties that belt of grass. Then Dadau Krishna Jinam Bhumir Dandam Somo Banaspati Kaupaniyaschadanam Mata Jyau Chatram Jagatah Pate. Mother Earth comes, Prithvi Devi comes and gives him a deer skin. Cheeky people will say, what use does the Lord have for a deer skin? Did someone go out and kill a deer? Please don't try to justify you eating non-vegetarian food by these episodes of the text. Aapko jo khana hai, aap kha lo. Whatever you want to eat, you eat. Okay? I have no right to stop you. Until one day, you'll come to realize what is healthy for you and what is unhealthy for you. Then that change will take place. I'm not going to force you. I don't think anyone should force anything on anyone. You're intelligent enough to know what is healthy for you and what is unhealthy. You know what is hinsa and you know what is ahimsa. You know what is reverence for all forms of life and you know what is violence. You know what is violence. Why the deer skin? Chanchala Manahi Krishna. Arjuna says, my mind is like a wild deer, restless. Hops from one place to the next, moves from one place to the next. It is so difficult to control. Why the deer skin? He sits on it as a reminder to control the senses. To control the senses. This is given to him by Mother Earth. Chandrama comes and gives him a danda. Chandrama comes and gives him a staff to walk with. His mother Aditi comes and gives him vastra. She gives him clothing. And then we have the god of the sky. He comes and gives him a chhatra. Dhyau comes and gives him an umbrella. Kamandalum Veda Garbaha Kusha Saptarshayo Dadum Akshamala Maharaja Sarasyatavya Yatmanaha. Brahmaji comes and gives him a kamandalu, a water pot. Then you have the 7 seers. The Saptarishi comes and gives him kush grass. Saraswati Devi comes and gives him a rosary. He has to go and beg. So he needs a begging bowl. He needs a calabash. Kuber, the treasurer of the gods, comes and gives him a begging bowl. And all of us have begged, haven't we? Which one of us have not begged in this lifetime of ours? We have all begged for something or the other at one time. But one of the most approachable person to beg, I don't know about you, but we respected our father, but we were also deathly afraid of him. Our father did not even have to speak, and you could know exactly what's going in his mind. This is the way I grew up, right? Some of you definitely would have grown up this way. So before going to father and asking him for something, we all go to the mother first, don't we? Therefore, who is the first one that's going to make an offering to him? It is none other than Mother Parvati. Annapurne Sadapurne Shankara Prana Vallabhe Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham Bhiksham Dehi Cha Parvati. It is Parvati Devi who is the first, the mother of the world. She is the first one who comes and make an offering in his bowl, and he's going to beg. Tere dwar khara Bhagwan Bhagat bhar de re jholi. Tere dwar khara Bhagwan Bhagat bhar de re jholi. Tera hoga bada ehsan, ye yug yug teri rahegi shan. Bhagat bhar de re झोली. पता नहीं किस रूप में आकर नारायण मिल जाएगा. निर्मल मन दर्पण से महाकाल का दर्शन पाएगा. पता नहीं किस रूप में आकर. You never know what form God is going to take and come before you. Never turn a beggar away. Never turn a person who comes and asks you for something. If it's in your capacity to give them, please give them. If it's not, at least a glass pani pila do. Give them a glass of water at least. The Lord is going to beg. Bhavati bhiksham dehi. He's going to Mahabali, the great king. There's some people who are very proud when they give. They don't realize it's God's grace that is allowing them to give. They think it's all theirs, and it is their doing when it comes to giving. This is Mahabali, the very Abhimani, the grandson of Prahlad. This is Mahabali. The Lord has come to do what we call AA, Abhiman adjustment. Bhagwan comes to Mahabali. Pata nahi ke sarup mein aakar Narayan mil jayega. You don't know what form Narayana Bhagwan is going to take. Swagatam te namastubhyam brahmanikam karavamate brahmarshinam tapah sakshan manyi tvayarya vapudharam. Hearty welcome to you. Swagatam namastubhyam. I bow down to you, O noble Brahmin. What can I give you? You want to hear what dakshina is being offered to this Brahmin? He says, what do you want? Would you like cows? Would you like gold? Would you like a fully furnished home? Would you like delicious food? Would you like servants? Would you like a prosperous village, a town? Do you want horses? Do you want elephants? Would you like a chariot? Imagine Panditji reaching a judgment like Mahabali, ready to give you all of this. Bhagwan says, "Mujhe ye sab kuch nahi chahiye." What do you mean you don't want any of this? No, I don't want any of this. I want 3 footsteps of land. Bas 3 pag ki zameen. 3 footsteps of land. Mahabali would have laughed. Theek hai. Since you've asked me for something, I cannot refuse you. He calls his wife Vindhyavali. And while the sankalpa was going to be performed, you will know that whenever you read a sankalpa, you have to pour water in the judgeman's hand. Water has to be poured. That's part of the rite. That is part of the performance of the sankalpa. Suddenly, the lota with its spout, the water is not coming out. Something is hindering the pouring of the water. Guess who has appeared in the kamandalu? Shukracharya. The Guru Shukracharya says, this is not an ordinary Brahmin, this is somebody else. And he is going to take away everything from Mahabali. So the Guru, imagine sometimes the Guru serves as an obstruction. The Guru becomes an obstruction in the sadhak's progress spiritually. The Guru. So the Lord took a point of broom, and says, let me clear the hole. And poked into the nozzle of the kamandalu. And Shukracharya lost his eye for that. Shukracharya lost one of his eyes because of that. You see, when you want to do wicked things, When you want to do wicked things, right? Like Supnaka. Why the nose? She has to cover her nose because she cannot show her face in public anymore. Bhaktajano, Shukracharya comes out of the Kamandalu and the water is going to be poured. As the water is being poured, Hari Om Tat Sat Tat Sat Tat Sat Vishnur Vishnur Vishnava Om Namah Paramatmane Shri Puraan Purushottamai. As the water is being poured, Bhagwan began to grow and 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 to grow into an immeasurable size. Chalayasi Vikramani Keshava Balim Adbhutavaman Padhanakanira Janita Janapavan Keshava Drita Vamana Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Prem Sula Vamana Bhagavan Ki. Vaman Bhagwan comes. He sees this colossal form of Prabhu. Lord is going to take his first step. The region beyond the earth. There was one time the West thought the earth was flat. Right? Be careful, you will fall off the horizon. Be careful, you will fall off the horizon. Sanatan Dharma knew the earth was round. Sanatan Dharma also knew that there are other planets in our solar system way before Galileo discovered, my dear one, the telescope. Way before. Don't you know the greatness of your Dharma? The first step he's going to take is the region beyond the earth, Brahmalok. Brahmaji comes with his Kamandalu, begins to wash the Lord's foot, collects that water in his Kamandalu. That is the birth of the holy Ganga. That is the birth of Ganga. Brahmaji keeps that water until Bhagirath comes to ask Brahmaji to release those waters. Bhagwan Shiva captures it in his jata and Gangaji flows. That's the first step. The second step, the planet Earth. Na ye tera, na ye mera, mandir hai Bhagwan ka. Pani uska, bhumi usi ki, sab kuch usi mahan ka. Na ye tera, na ye mera, mandir hai Bhagwan ka. Pani uska, bhumi usi. Venezuela fighting, where one wants to invade the other's land. Ye mera hai, this is mine. You know? We fail to realize it's not ours. You have the battle between Suriname and Guyana over the waters of the Corentyne River. Who owns the major portion of the river? All of this, you know this. Pani uska, bhumi usi ki, everything belongs to him. The Lord took the second step over the planet Earth. The third step now. When you come to temple, you don't bow down to the Lord's hand. You don't bow down to his head. You don't bow down to his knees. You bow down to his feet. Why? Prabhu, let me remain humble. Let me not be proud of my looks. Let me not be proud of my achievements. Let me not be proud of my status. Let me not be proud of my wealth. That's why you bow down to Bhagavan. That's why you bow down to him. And thus the third step, Mahabali says, place it on my head. In Kerala, the Malayali community, they celebrate a festival that is called Onam. O-N-A-M, Onam. In Onam festival, if you have Keralite friends, if you have friends from Kerala, you can ask them. They celebrate the coming of Mahabali from Patala Lok. From the lower regions, on that day, Mahabali comes and blesses the people of that region. He blesses the people. After all, he was touched by the foot of Vaman Bhagwan. Bhaktajano, let me tell you how you should give. You should give, and the feeling after should be, I have not given anything. Let me tell you how you should receive. You should receive, and the feeling after should be, I have received everything. Do you understand that? When you give as if you have given nothing. And when you receive, it's as if you've received everything. And when you give, it is the blessed Lord's hands that is below your hands that propels your hands to give. Do not be proud. Enjoy what Bhagwan has provided for us. This beautiful, pristine planet Earth. Now we want to go and settle in another planet. We're looking or we're seeking, to establish another planet for humans to live. What does that mean? We don't plan on taking care of Earth. We plan on continuing to destroy it. We plan on continuing to destroy it. Bhaktas, it's a beautiful planet that the Lord has blessed us with. Enjoy it. But please know, it doesn't belong to you. Vaman Avatar comes in the 8th book of the text. In the 9th book, when you tell children to fast, when you say to children, today I will not prepare non-veg food for you. The children sometimes they get angry. They want to know why. Why? Let me tell you why, children. You see this body of ours, it is a machine. This body is a machine, right? You gotta clean it, you gotta oil it, you gotta change its parts from time to time when parts gets damaged, right? You have to give it rest. Ask any nutritionist the difference between vegetarian food and non-vegetarian food. Vegetarian food digests faster through our system and leaves less toxins in our body than non-veg food. Ask anyone. On the Ekadashi day, the pronunciation is Ekadashi. We are told to refrain from grains. I'm a product of rice. I don't know about you. I love my rice. Any Barbatians here? You know I will love a little rice, right? And this cauliflower thing now work. Sorry, toba. One of the items that we offer in puja is akshat. We don't offer cauliflower chawal. But on that particular day, we are advised to refrain from grains, all sorts of grains, because why? You want to give the organs of the body a break. Vegetarians will refrain from grains on that. They'll have falahar. Falahar means they'll eat fruits, or they'll have a liquid diet for that day. One day. Non-vegetarians, we encourage them to do what? To refrain at least that day. Give this machine a break. There was a great king by the name of Ambarisha. Ambarisha was a Hari Bhakta, my dear ones. Sudarshana namastubhyam sahasrachuta priyam sarvastra ghatina vipriyayam swasti bhuya idaspate. He used to pray to Vishnu Bhagwan, and he used to pray to Vishnu Bhagwan's Sudarshana Chakra. He would worship the Sudarshana Chakra. Sudarshana namastubhyam sahasrana achyuta priya, the one who is most beloved to Achyuta. He would bow down and he would pray to, my dear ones, to Sudarshana Bhagwan, which is a form of Maha Vishnu. And he would keep the Ekadasi Vrat. And there's a muhurt to when you can break your fast. There's an auspicious time that is recommended for consuming water or having something to eat, right? After keeping fast for a prolonged time. That muhurt has come now for Ambarish to break his fast. Are Durvasa Mahamuni comes. Durvasa Mahamuni comes. Atiti Devo Bhavana. Atiti Devo Bhava, you have to know protocol on how to welcome a guest. I am not sure if it's about 15 plus years. The Singh Ramdu family has been hosting myself and all my musicians here in Minneapolis. And I don't know how to thank you for that. We have to, my dear ones, know how to extend hospitality to our guests. You have to serve your guests before you serve yourself. Maharaj, what can I offer you? Maharaj says, I'm going to have a snan, purposely causing a delay. I'm going to go have a snan and I'll come back and I'll partake with what you're going to prepare. Durvasa goes for a snan. Some people bathe in 5 minutes, some people bathe in 5 hours. Durvasa is not coming. That muhurt is going. That auspicious time for the king to break his fast is going. So instead of eating, he took one sip of water. Pragat ho gaya Durvasa Mahamuni. Right away Durvasa appears. How dare you eat before me? How dare you eat before me? In our society, we have a tradition. सबसे पहले भगवान को भोग चढ़ाना है. We have to offer भगवान भोग. Then कथा के बाद सबसे पहले पंडित जी को खिलाना है. Then we have a tradition that the pandit ji must eat first. I am not one of them. I prefer to eat last, to make sure that everyone has food. Okay? So don't think you have to follow such you have follow it with whoever, but not with me. I know there'll always be something. There'll always be something, some remnants, some leftover will be there for me to consume. That's Rajin Balgobind. Because I'm not the one like Durvasa, proud as Durvasa that he's supposed to be fed first, but you fed yourself. Are Maharaj, Ambarish only drank one sip of water. Never mind. He creates a demon to attack Ambarisha. Ambarisha is a bhakta. And he's a bhakta of Bhagwan Sudarshana Chakra. Sudarshana Chakra appears and kills the demons. And then Sudarshana Chakra began going after Durvasa. Durvasa is running and running and running. As they would say, when you dig a hole for another, you're probably the first to fall in. Alright? That's one of the lessons. Durvasa runs to Brahma Lok. Brahmaji, save me, save me. Brahmaji says, I can't save you. He goes to Kailash. Mahadev, save me. Mahadev says, I can't. Mahadevji says, I can't save you. He goes to Vaikuntha. Hey Hari, save me. Bhagwan says, you didn't do anything to me. You didn't do anything to me. You did what? You wanted to harm Ambarisha. Go back to him. Durvasa had to come back to the devotee and fall at the feet of Ambarisha for forgiveness. You know, we say Kanyadan is great, right? We say Sonadan is great. When you gift your daughter, you perform that ceremony of the Kanyadanam in the wedding. Kanyadan is a Mahadan. Sonadan is a Mahadan, right? Gifting of gold. Then you say Vidyadan is a Mahadan to gift an education. It's a great charity. Let me tell you what is a great charity: forgiveness. When you can forgive, Kshamadan. Did Sri Krishna not say in the Gita, Adveshta sarva bhuta nam maitreha karuna eva cha nirmamo nirahankara samadukha sukha kshami? To be forgiving. Ambarisha does what Ambarisha holds Durvasa, picks him up. Nahi Maharaj, you cannot fall on my feet. One Maharaj call another Maharaj. The king of the land is calling the sage Maharaj. Isn't that what we do? This is the quality of a bhakta. He showed no animosity towards Durvasa who wanted to harm him. And every bhakta, ananyas chintayanto mam, yajna parya upasate, tesham nityabhiyuktanam, yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Bhagwan says, my bhaktas are protected by me. Hanuman lanka mein aaye, Hanuman lanka mein aaye, Hanuman lanka mein aaye, Rakshas bhage tararararara, Rakshas bhage tararararara, Hanuman lanka mein aaye. You know what Hanumanji? Lots of Ram Bhaktas in this congregation. All of you know when Hanumanji set Lanka on fire, there was one place of residence that was spared. Whose residence was spared? Vibhishan. Why? Vibhishan mera bhakt hai. The devotee will always be protected by his master, the bhaktas. The rest of book 9 of the Bhagavatam, Navamaskanda, is Ram Katha. The day I arrived, and even before the commencement of Katha, Navin is asking for a date for 2024. सब कुछ भगवान के हाथ में है. Everything resides in the hands of the Lord. If He wants it to happen, it will happen. And maybe then we will have Ram Katha. ठीक है? And I'll bring Ramayana to you. But let's go back to book 10. गोकुल में आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की. गोकुल में आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की. नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की. नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की. हाथी घोड़ा पाल की जय कन्हैया लाल की. हाथी घोड़ा पाल की जय कन्हैया लाल की. नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की. नंद के आनंद भयो. The blessed Lord made His appearance in the dark jail cell. He is transported from Mathura to Gokul. Vasudev brings back the baby girl. Please, the same love you will give your son, please give your daughter the same love. The encouragement that you will give your son, please give the same encouragement to your daughter. The same comfort, do not deny her because of her gender. This is Radha Ashtami. Ek kahani hai. These are little stories I like. One day there was a Sethji. There was a businessman. He had 3 sons and 3 bahuraniya. He had 3 sons and he had 3 daughter-in-law. Okay? But he didn't have a daughter. Daughter-in-law's love and your own daughter's love are 2 different things. Nah? Let's be real. Huh? Because you hide the jewelry from the daughter-in-law, but you give your daughter. Because that's your own daughter. Nah? So he tells the sage, मैंने बहुरनिया का प्यार मिला लेकिन बेटी का प्यार कभी नहीं मिला. I've received the love of my 3 daughter-in-laws लेकिन मैंने कभी बेटी का प्यार महसूस नहीं किया. I've never experienced a daughter's love. Swamiji says, take Radha Rani. ये मूर्ति ले लो. Take this little Radha Rani, do her seva. Do her morning seva, midday seva, evening seva. ये तुम्हारी बेटी है from now on. Saiji took the murti and took it home. And he does seva to Radha Rani every day. Then one day a manihari comes. A jewel seller, a bangle seller comes to sell the ladies of the house bangles. Saiji says, Are bhai, main office ja raha hu, I'm going to my office. You give them the bangles and come pick up the money at the shop. This bangle seller came to the shop and says, you have to pay me for 4 women. What do you mean 4 women? Mere ghar to bas 3 bahuraniya hai. Where is this 4th one coming from? I only have 3 daughter-in-laws. You're trying to rob me? I will only pay you for 3. I will not pay you for 4. I will not pay you for 4. Poor bangle seller goes away. He only gets paid for 3. In the night, my dear ones, she comes in his dreams. मैंने सोचा मैं आपकी बेटी हूँ. I thought you've adopted me as your daughter. I thought I have filled that void, that emptiness that you were feeling. But you didn't pay for my bangles. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva. You're my sakha. You're my friend, oh God. Hey Prabhu, you're my friend. How much time do you spend with this friend per month? You come to temple once a week? Maybe once every 2 months? Maybe once every 6 months? I know Kunti only comes when I come. Don't worry, I'm working on her to make more frequent visits. You call God your friend. Look how you spend your time with your worldly friends. You don't think you should spend time like that with Bhagwan? Tia, have you reached the 56 dishes? Well, we have a bigger congregation tonight. Tomorrow we're having a treat at the temple. Tomorrow we're offering Chappan Bhog. Tomorrow we're offering 56 types of food to Prabhu. We're probably short of 10 or 12 items to be made. Right, Auntie Roni? I know you'll volunteer. If not, you will stand in the kitchen and give orders to your niece. This is how it's made. Make something for Bhagwan. To prepare something for the Lord. Because Bhagwan is yours, na? You know when I start feeling my pain? When Shravan finished. 58 days of standing in my kitchen and cooking. And sometimes after cooking, it's about 10 or 15 dishes that are offered to Bhagwan Shiva. And I'm saying to my cook, is this how much we made? She said, yes. What a joy it is to cook for someone. What a joy it is to cook to Prabhu, to make an offering to Bhagwan, and then everyone smiles when they consume that prasad. Bhakta Jano, please don't take God, oh Bhagwan, you're my mother, you're my father, but you don't have a sambandh. You don't have a relationship with that God. You must have a relationship with that Prabhu. Bhakta Jano, your daughter, Mother Durga appears. When Kamsa goes to grab her, to kill her, to throw her against the wall, she threw herself up into the air with her glorious 18 arms. Shulini, Kapalini, Bhavani, Shivani, मैं तेरे दीवानी जगदम्बे पाहि मां, जगदम्बे पाहि मां, जगदम्बे पाहि मां, जगदम्बे पाहि मां. Mother Durga appears and tells Kamsa that the Arti Santan, the 8th child of this couple, is alive and safe, and she disappears. And now we go to Gokul. We go to Gokul and we see, how do you celebrate the coming of a baby in Hindu tradition? Hum log, my dear ones, what is our sacred tradition? The baby and mother is kept safely. Visitors are not allowed. Right? Because you want no infections, you want no illnesses to be passed on, until the mother is at least semi-healed. Then the baby is shown Modikai. Then the baby's face is shown to the public. And people come and they give gifts. In this case, they were not giving gifts, they were receiving gifts. Do you have on your dancing shoes? All the Gopas went to receive gifts from Nanda Baba. All the Gopis dressed themselves beautifully. They've been waiting for him to receive gifts from Mother Yashoda. From Rani Yashoda and Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba, they're doing what? Lala janam sune aayi re, maiya de de badhai. Lala janam sune aayi re, maiya de de badhai. De de badhai, maiya de de badhai. De de badhai, maiya de de badhai. Lala janam sune aayi re, maiya de de badhai. Lala janam sune aayi re, maiya de de badhai. My brother Ram Visuji and Bhauji, they said to me last night they will dance. And if you don't keep your word, I said to you, I'm going to sit here like a pumpkin. Come on. Tika bhi lungi, maiya bindiya bhi lungi. Tika bhi lungi, maiya bindiya bhi lungi. Tika bhi lungi, maiya bindiya bhi lungi. Kajare bhi lungi, chadhai re, maiya de de badhai. Lala janam sune aayi re, maiya de de badhai. De de badhai, Rani de de badhai. De de badhai, maiya de de badhai. Radha janam sune aayi re, maiya de de badhai. Lala janam sune aayi re, maiya de de ho. हरवा भी लूंगी मैया चूड़ी भी लूंगी. हरवा भी लूंगी मैया चूड़ी भी लूंगी. हरवा भी लूंगी मैया चूड़ी भी लूंगी. कंगना भी लूंगी कढ़ाई रे, मैया दे दे बधाई. कंगना भी लूंगी कढ़ाई रे, मैया दे दे बधाई. लाला जन्म सुने आई रे, मैया दे दे बधाई. सावनवा में हो, सावनवा में हो, सावनवा पिलाइब माखन खिलाइब। आओ हमारे आंगनवा में हो आंगनवा में, आओ हमारे आंगनवा में हो आंगनवा में। शाम का है न पहले सावनवा में, शाम का है न पहले सावनवा में। Anybody here have grandchildren? I have a grandson. Not my own, my brother's daughter, my niece, her son. My phone is filled. I had to buy excess GB, because of the videos and pictures I get every day. I can't wait until I see him every day. Don't you bribe your grandchildren? What you bribe them for? You want a kiss? You want a hug? You want them to come sit on your lap? Well, the gopis used to bribe him also. Dadhi dungi re saavariya thori, bansi to bajaye thori, murali to sunaye. Dadhi dungi re saavariya thori, bansi to bajaye thori, murali to sunaye. Dadhi dungi re saavariya thori, murali to bajaye thori, bansi to bajaye. Dadhi dungi re ऐसी तो बजाए जैसे जमुना तट पे बाजे रे, ऐसी तो बजाए जैसे जमुना तट पे बाजे रे। बाहें तो तीर तुरंत थम जाए। dadhi dungi re, बाहें तो तीर तुरंत थम जाए। dadhi dungi re, dadhi dungi re सावरिया थोड़ी, बंसी तो बजाए थोड़ी, मुरली तो सुनाए। dadhi dungi re। Oh Krishna, come. We will give you butter, we'll give you makhan, we'll give you misri. Come play a little bit flute for Abhina. This is a relationship, the persons you get to know who are the gopis, they had with Sri Krishna. This was their sambandh with Prabhu. Loving, reverential relationship with him. They just love him as theirs. And when the message was brought out कि लाला भयो है, you could imagine this celebration. Denu nam niyute pradat viprebhyah samalankrite. He gave charity. He gave charity. Nanda Baba, how happy he was. Tiladrina sapta. He performed tarpan. He did tarpan for his ancestors. And then they celebrated. And it says, how did they celebrate? They took pots and pots of milk and they're splashing it on each other. They took pots and pots of yogurt and they're smearing it on each other's face. This is how Krishna celebration, his appearance was done. This is how the celebration was done. Bhakti Jano, Umesh, just turn the fan up from the place. It's too directly on me. We get to know, when Kamsa knows now that the Artvi Santan is alive, he's going to send one of his ministers, her name is Putana. Nandapati vachaha shaurinam mrishyati vichayantayanam harim jagama sharanam utpata magama kankshitaha kansena prahita ghora putana balaghatini. Let me tell you something. If you're not going to teach your children what is good, somebody is going to teach them what is bad. That is a personification of Putana. If you're not going to teach your children what is good, what they should indulge in and what they should avoid, somebody is going to teach them the opposite. Putana says, I qualify. Why? Because I'm a child killer, she says. Putana bala ghatini. One who takes one from the righteous path to the wrong path in life. That is Putana. But you're a Rakshasi, they will recognize you. Go and dress up. She becomes a Kamacharini. She becomes Yositva Mayatmanam Pravishata Kamacharini. She dresses herself so beautifully First lesson. If you're not going to teach your children what is good, someone is going to teach them what is bad. Never give your children to a stranger. Doesn't matter how beautiful they look, how sweet they smell, how well they speak. You do not give your children to strangers. So many days have gone by, visitors are coming every day to see baby Krishna, even the gods from their respective abodes are coming. Mother Yashoda needs help. Pots have not been washed, laundry has not been done, the courtyard has not been swept. Putana comes and says, I will babysit for you. And right away, without hesitating, she gives baby Krishna, and Putana welcomes in her arms death. You know, sometimes people welcome death in their arms. They play with Yama. Don't play with Yama, children. When we're to exit this world naturally, let it be. But don't invite it earlier. Bhakta Jano, she takes baby Krishna, probably to the corner of the house somewhere. She has smeared her upper body. I'm so happy Uncle Devan brought pera for me. Because Krishna loves sweets. But this Putana, she has smeared her upper body in poison. And she is about to feed him. Akhananji Maharaji, one of the commentators of the Bhagavatam, he says Bhagwan closed his eyes. What are the eyes? They're the doors of grace. Dwar khola jab darshan do ghanasham nath mori akhiya pyasiri. When he opens these two doors of grace, द्वार दया का जब तू खोले, पंचम स्वर में गूंगा बोले, श्याम द्वार दया का जब तू खोले, पंचम स्वर में गूंगा बोले, अंधा देखे लंगड़ा चल कर, अंधा देखे लंगड़ा चल कर, पहुँचे काशी रे, दर्शन दो घनश्याम नाथ मोरी अखियाँ, हाजी अखियाँ प्यासी रे, दर्शन दो घनश्याम. Dwar Daya, the two eyes are the doors of grace. Akhananji Maharaj, he says, Bhagwan closed his eyes because she's about to die. He closed the doors of grace. Commentators went on to say he closed the doors of grace's eyes because he fell into a swoon. Sometimes you hold somebody else's baby and they're crying in their own mother's arm, but when they come into your arm, they're all quiet and they're all ready to sleep on your arms. Krishna felt the comfort of a mother. Arya Putana has come to feed me, na? Third commentator says, he wants to know who is this Putana. Putana ke Purva Janma, her previous birth, who was she? We have to go back to the Katha from earlier, Mahabali's Katha. This is Mahabali's daughter. When she saw this little boy coming to beg, she fell in love with him. She says, aha, what a lovely child. I wish I had a son like him. I wish I had a son, I would love to feed him. The Lord was listening. But then when she saw, Chalayasi Vikramani Keshava, Chaliya, the trickster, instead of taking 3 footsteps of land, he took over the region above the earth and crushed her father's head. Her thought changed and she said, if I had a son like you, I would feed you poison. Be careful what you wish for. Sometimes you just get it. Be careful what you wish for. Bhakta Jano, it is this Putana, Mahabali's daughter, has come. The fourth commentator says, he's making a long distance call. मेरा भोला है भंडारी करे, नंदी की सवारी शंभुनाथ रे, शंकर नाथ रे. मेरा भोला है भंडारी करे, नंदी की सवारी शंभुनाथ रे. शंकर नाथ रे, तेरा नाम है तारनहारा, एक तू ही है पालनहारा, भोलेनाथ रे, ओ शंकर नाथ रे. Bhagwan Shivji picks up the phone. What's wrong, Krishna? Krishna would have said, Prabhu, this Putana has come to feed me poison. I don't know how to drink poison. Mahadev, you know how to drink poison. Remember Shivji drinking the halahal, confining it in his throat. Parvati confining it in his throat. Nilakanta Bhagwan. Prabhu says, Mahadev says, Krishna, close your eyes and drink. Just close your eyes and drink. And Bhagwan began to drink. Oh yes. You want to hear what he was drinking? Tasmin sthanam durjara virya mulvanam ghorankamadaya shishordadavatam gadhyam karabhyam bhagavan prapidyaham tataprane samam rosha samantato pibat. Tasmin sthanam durjara virya mulvanam. He is drinking from her upper body. But he is doing what? He is drinking the life force out of Putana. Sa muncha muncha limiti prabhashini nishpiryamana khila jiva marmani vivritya nitre charana bhujamo prasvinna gatra kshipati rurodaha. She's crying out in pain, and she says, Sa muncha muncha. Muncha means release me. Leave me alone. After experiencing this pain, Adi Shankaracharya ji says, what is really Putana asking for? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam, iha samsare bahu dustare kripaya Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam, Bhaj Mudhamate. What is she asking for? Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. She says, Krishna, release me. I do not want another birth. That birth will be followed by death. Or Janma or Mrityu ke beech mein, between birth and death, there's too much miseries, Prabhu. There's too much disappointments. There's too much of pain. Milne ki arzu hai, dunya banane wale, bari der ho gayi hai, ab paas tu bula le. Milne ki arzu hai, दुनिया बनाने वाले बड़ी देर हो गई है, अब पास तू बुला ले. I don't know if you have ever asked God, when will you take me away? Some of us probably have. At some point or the other in life, when you cannot bear the pains, you cannot bear the disappointments and the betrayal and the heartbreak, we ask God to release us, don't we? Between Janma or Mrityu, there's so much of pain. Krishna, release me. I want no more birth. I want no more death. We are told Putana is killed, my dear ones. She reappears as a huge demoness. Bhagwan is creeping and crawling on her body. Mother Yashoda comes and grabs baby Krishna. You want to hear Auche mantra? You want to hear Auche mantra? Lalate keshavam dhyayen narayan matodhare vakshastale madhavam tu govindam kanthakubare vishnum cha dakshine kushau baho cha madhusudanam trivikramam kandhare tu vamanam vamaparchake shridharam vamabaho tu rishikesham tu kandhare prishte tu padmanabham cha kantyada mudaranyaset. Generally we wear one tilakam on our forehead. In South India, Bhai Sahib would know, happy birthday by the way. Krishna Janma and Radha Ashtami is celebrating here in Bhagavad Katha. He will tell you that the Iyengar Brahmins, they're the Vaishnav Brahmins of South India. Okay? Staunch devotees of Mahavishnu. They don't wear one tilakam, they wear 12 tilakams. They wear one on their forehead, they wear 3 on their throat. One here, one here, one here. They wear on their arms, they wear on their chest. Okay? Mother Yashoda is saying, may Keshava protect your forehead. May Narayan protect your belly. May Madhava protect your chest. May Govinda protect the back of your neck. May Vishnu protect the right side of your abdomen. May Madhusudana protect your right arm. May Trivikrama again protect your neck. May Vamana protect the left side of your abdomen. May Sridhara protect your left arm. May Rishikesha again protect the neck. 3 places on the neck. May Padmanabha protect your back. And may Damodara protect your waist. Aren't these the most major places of a cry out, oh, me get pain, me get headache, right? Something is wrong with my throat, something is wrong with my glands. Your glands are swollen on the right side and the left side. The throat is feeling itchy. You see the 3 parts of the throat and the head, right arm and left arm. Sometimes you feel pain in the chest, sometimes you feel pain in the right side or the left side of the abdomen. Krishna's name becomes your kavach. Krishna's name becomes your protector. This is your tabij. You're not wearing nothing on your arm. About what them things. I know about what them things. The Lord's name is powerful enough to protect you. His name is powerful enough to save you. And this is what Mother Yashoda is doing. Baby must be looking at your hand. What is my mama doing? My mama is calling all my names. Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Vishnu, Madhusudana. Those are my names, Mom. May Krishna's name, may his powerful name protect us, my dear ones. This is just Nama Mahima. And now comes the many leelas of baby Krishna. Bhagwan has to be named. I've often said to you, they're 5G. Today our phone goes to 5G, no? It's a good thing to look at it and see 5G. Look at 5G. You should have 5Gs in your life. Number 1 is the Gita. Number 2 is the Gayatri. Number 3 is Ganga. Number 4 is Gaumata, cow. Number 5 is the Guru. The 5 Gs every Hindu should have reverence for. The Gita is not just any kind of a book. It's a book where Bhagwan speaks to us. The Lord is speaking to us. Gita. The Gayatri will bring back balance and clarity to your minds. Because remember, Surya is light. It brings back clarity to the mind. Ganga, we should pay reverence to the holy Ganga. Bhagirati, Ma Bhagavati Ganga, love of nature. Then Gaumata. Every Hindu has a responsibility towards the welfare of the sacred cow. I cannot stress this enough. Umesh, just turn this. I cannot stress how important this is for us Hindus, And it's a bit of a shocker that after settling in Guyana for 185 years, we still don't have a safe haven for cows. There are no gaushalas in Guyana. They're in pastures, they're in the savannas, they're kept as jungly janwar, as wild animals. And when certain festivals come in the calendar, they're sold to Kasai. You know what's a Kasai? A butcher. They're sold to butchers. And it's even more painful to see Hindus lining up to collect a pound or 2 free of the flesh of the cow. Hota hai. Do we have enough things to eat in this world? Did God not provide enough for us to consume in this world? Bhakta Jano, Gaumata, remember the significance of her 4 legs. Satya, Daya, Tapaha, Shaucham, the 4 principles of Dharma. We have a duty towards Gaumata. And anybody here has a medical advisor in their life? Very unsure. You have a doctor. right? Everybody has a doctor. You have a legal advisor if you've ever had to go through any, right? You have someone who advises you on legal affairs. You all have an accountant, right? Advise you on your finances. So you have legal advisor, medical advisor, financial advisor. Why can you not have a spiritual advisor? That is the Guru. That's how important the Guru is. To get a spiritual advisor. They're the 5 Gs. The Guru of the family is Gargacharya. Garga Parohito Rajan Yadunam Sumahatapa Brajam Jagamanandasya Vasudeva Prachodita Garga Prahito Rajan. Gargacharya, the Purohit of Nanda Baba, he comes. When a baby is born, you have to seek advice from a Jyotish under what nakshatra, under what star your baby was born. It's important. You know, we have 2 birthdays. I've shared this with you many times. We don't have 1 birthday, we have 2 birthdays. Collect gifts 2 times now. Your first birthday, you would do it according to your English calendar. Well, I was born on the 21st of March. Right? That's your English birthday. But you also have a spiritual birthday. The star under which you were born, when that star reappears, then that's another birthday. Your birthday according to your nakshatra, your star. Traditional families in India, they celebrate 2 birthdays. The one on the Hindu calendar, on the English calendar, and the one on the Hindu calendar. The Hindu calendar. Bhaktajano, when did the Lord appear? Bhadav Masa, in the month of Bhadav. Ashtami Tithi, Ashtami Paksha, Ashtami Tithi and Krishna Paksha. Bhagwan appeared. Right? We should know also when we were born, which Hindu month we were born under what star we were born, under what Tithi we were born. Date according to Panchang. Looking at this, my dear ones, Garga is going to name the 2 boys. He looks at the first one and he says he's going to grow up with very strong limbs. He's going to grow up, he's going to develop with very strong limbs. We're going to call him Balram. That's the first one. The second one now, he's going to say, what are we going to name this second child of yours? And Bhaktajano, our Gargacharya is going to choose none other name than Krishna for him. And says, whoever will offer their prema, whoever will offer their love to him, they will lack nothing, absolutely nothing in their life. Please, when you get your Hindu name, please don't put it as your middle name. Please use it as your name. It identifies you, who you are. Bhaktajano, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, you have the many Bal Leelas of Kanha. And he was naughty. He was extremely naughty. One day, Mother Yashoda, Chit Chora Yashoda ke baal, Navneet Chor Gopal. Chit Chora Yashoda ke baal, Navneet Chor Gopal. Gopal, 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 Govardhan Dhar Gopal. Chit Chora Yashoda ke baal. One day, Mother Yashoda is churning butter. Ekada dhadi vimata karini mataram samupase divan bhavan sthanya lolo putayani varayan kamitya papivan payodharo. One day she's churning butter. Krishna comes and pulls her sari. He is hungry. She picks him up to feed him. Ardhapita kuchakummali tvai snigdaha samadhura nambuje dugdhamisha dahane parishrutam dhartumashu janani jagamate. Ardhapita. Ardha means half. He was half fed when she remembers there's a pot of milk about to overflow in the kitchen. She leaves baby Krishna and she rushes towards the pot. And all of us know a hungry baby is an angry baby. And an angry baby is a hungry baby. It's one of the first things to keep them calm and keep them quiet. You know? Bhagwan now, he is left half fed. There are all these vessels, these earthen vessels that were stored with butter. He takes a stick. Enraged he was, my dear ones. Samapi tarasa bhanga sangata krodha bhara paribhuta chetasa manta dantam upagriha patitam hanta deva dhadi bhajanam tvaya. He began breaking the vessels and he began feeding himself. Mother Yashoda comes and sees him. Bhagare bhagare एक चोर भागा माखन की मटकी फोड़ के हो माखन की मटकी फोड़ के भागा रे एक चोर भागा माखन की मटकी फोड़ के हो माखन की मटकी फोड़ के चाल चला अच्छा नहीं हो गया जवान अब तू बच्चा नहीं देखा कान चाल चला अच्छा नहीं हो गया जवान अब तू बच्चा नहीं अब के तू जाएगा मार बहुत खाएगा रख दूंगी हाथ पैर तोड़ के Mother Yashoda comes and sees all the broken vessel, and of course, after committing the crime, he wants to run away. Veda marga parimargitam rusha tvama viksha parimargayantya. So look at the great fortune of this lady called Yashoda. Look at her great fortune. The one whom, my dear ones, great ones are searching for him through the various texts. This lady gets to run after him in person. She's running after him. We talk about the great fortune, the saubhagya of Mother Yashoda. The great fortune of a young lady who becomes a mother. It should not be a burden. Don't be like Dhunduli. Remember Dhunduli? First night katha. No, not like Dhunduli, but be like Yashoda, where we see a mother's compassion, Ma ki mamta. Veda marga parimargitam rusha. The one whom so many are in search for through the Vedas. This lovely lady called Yashoda is running after him. She catches him and says, did you do this? He says, no. Somebody was singing earlier, Maine nahi makhan khayo. You know? We all know Satyam Param Dhimahi. The embodiment of truth is lying. He tells his mother, nahi, maine kuch nahi khaya. And he mouth full of makhan. But then he managed to convince her, maine makhan nahi khaya maiya. Main to Baba Nand Kalala Aahe chor kaha घर में कौन कमी जो बाहर माखन खावे बात सुनी तो माता यशोदा बात सुनी तो माता यशोदा हंस कर कंठ लगायो फिर बोले तू नहीं माखन खायो कान्हा मोरे तू नहीं माखन खायो. Imagine when you knew you were guilty of the crime, but you still managed to convince your mother and father you didn't do it. And when you managed to convince them, you're like, oh, thank God. Because you have just saved yourself a good beating. Right? Mother Yashoda is going to take a long piece of rope to tie him around his waist. To tie him around. You think it's leash? You think it's something that was recently invented? No. She gets a long piece of rope and she puts it around his waist. As she puts it around his waist, it's not meeting. She takes another piece of rope and joins it to that piece of rope. She puts it around his waist again and it's still not meeting. She joins several pieces of ropes and yet she could not bind him. What does that mean? You cannot bind him until he allows you to bind him. Don't think you can control him. He is time. You can control many things, but no one can control time. Time is God and God is time. Chapter 11 of the Bhagavad Gita. Bhaktajano, when he saw his mother all exhausted and perspiring, then Krishna allowed Mother Yashoda to tie him. And Dharma and Udara. Udara means the waist. Dam means a rope. He whose waist was tied with a rope, Dharma and Udara, became known as Damodar. This is the meaning of the name Damodar. Bhaktas, why was she not allowed to tie him? What was preventing it from happening? She kept on saying, I am going to tie my Krishna. I am going to tie my Krishna. I am going to tie my Krishna. Main or mera. You know what is main or mera? I and mine. That is the ego. Ahankara and mamakara. Not until we empty ourselves of that, then you can bind the Blessed Lord. When there's no present of a false ego whatsoever within us. We have Sri Krishna now. It's tied to the okri. You know what an okri is? Sanskrit you call it ulukala. That mortar. Right? And even that could not stop him. He throws the mortar down and he's still creeping and the mortar is following him. And there was a pair of trees, the sons of Kubera. The release of Nala, Kubera and Manigriva, my dear ones. What was their story? There was a pair of trees. Bhagwan goes and uproots these two trees. And the two sons of Kubera appears. एक कहावत है, this is where we're going to end tonight. जब चूल्हा के आग बुझ गया तो फूकने से क्या होगा? Those who know Hindi will understand it very nicely. जब चूल्हा के आग बुझ गया पंडित पाल जी, तो फूकने से क्या होगा? When the fire has been extinguished in the fireside, will you blow? Right? जब घर के कुत्ते ने काट लिया तो पुलिस बुलाने से क्या होगा? When your neighbor dog bite you, you call police. But when your own dog bite you, you can't call police. Isn't that true? जब देवी देवताओं को आसन पर विदा किया, आवाहनम न जानामी विसर्जनम पूजम चैव न जानामी. When you have done bidai to the devis and devatas on the puja beri, to halwa, puri, kheer chadhane se kya hoga? Then why are you going to offer parsad when all the devis and devatas have been, bidai has been done? The concluding ceremony has been performed on the puja beri, you won't get nothing. और जब घर की बेटा और बेटी अपने माता और पिता के सामने नंगे चलते फिरते हैं, तो मंदिर आने सारी ओर करके आने से क्या होगा? I'm your friend and I hope this doesn't break my friendship with you. When you prance around and dance around half clad in front of your parents, your grandparents, and display not so attractive behavior, then what's the use of wrapping up in a sari and come to mandir? Are we still friends? Huh? You know that happens, right? Pandit Palji, my guru's puja, Swargavasi Dr. Prema Panduranga. She's my Satguru. It's a she. My mother. I'm a product of my mother. Yes, a lady can become your guru. You're a product of a lady's body. And I remember one time she summoned me. I was at the ashram in India. She says, it's called Ratan. My name is Ratan. And I didn't have time to change. Right away, I had to rush. I was wearing shorts. I was wearing short pants. And I put my head through the door. I said, Ma, did you call? She says, why are you standing there like that, so silly? Come and stand in front of me. I said, no, I can't come and stand in front of you because I am dressed inappropriately. I wouldn't even stand in front of my guru with short pants. The boys will tell you, I don't even enter into Sri Krishna Mandir in short pants. Even if we're decorating, even if we're doing some sort of work in the temple, I wear my cotton pants and I walk into the temple. Why? Are Bhagwan samne hai bhai? This is what we have lost. There was a time my mother never wore lipstick. Not because my father disliked it, but she never felt comfortable wearing it in front of him. You know that? My mother never wore pants. Never wore pants. My sister never wore pants. Auntie Roni, all would know this. Quarantine women, this is what they were like. Because they felt it was inappropriate to dress that way in front of their husbands and family members and elders. Aajkal ke zamane mein, sometimes you have to turn your heads because of what is presented before you. I'm sorry, I speak the truth to you. All I'm asking my daughters and my sons, dress appropriately before your elders. Okay? Dress appropriately. When you come to Mandir in a reverential state of mind, in a state of reverence. मैं अपने भगवान से मिलने, I'm going to meet my Prabhu. Therefore, you have to dress appropriately. There's a code of conduct. I went to the mall the other day, right? As you're walking into the mall, right? There's a little board that says code of conduct. How you should conduct yourself in a mall. Bhai, I don't know, Bhai Bisunji. If we put a code of conduct in, I see no guns. I see no guns and no knives and no weapons are allowed. We also sometimes need to put up appropriate clothing is required. Appropriate clothing and appropriate behavior. These two sons of Kuber, they were sporting without care. They were sporting without care before the great sage, Durvasa. Durvasa says, the two of you are going to born back as trees, as plants. And you're going to stand and you'll have to bear the brunt of this heat. You'll have to bear the brunt of the wind. You'll have to bear the brunt of the rains. You'll have to bear the brunt of the winter. Because of their behavior. Remember, cause and effect. And you do not want to become a recipient of someone's shrap. You want to become the recipient of someone's blessings. And there are certain things we have to do before people give us their ashirwad. They give us their ashirwad. Bhagwan Shri Krishna goes between the two trees, uproots the two trees, and the two sons of Nala Kubera, the two sons of Kuber, Nala Kubera and Manigriva, they were delivered. We will meet again tomorrow evening for our 6th session of our Katha, as we will continue the episodes in Sri Krishna Leela. Tomorrow, I'll try my best to reach at least 3 major episodes. One, of course, is the Govardhan Leela. The Maharas Leela is number 2. And the third, to have a wedding. To have the marriage of Sri Krishna and Mother Rukmini. Bhaktajano, badhai ho to each and every one of you. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Sri Krishna has made his appearance. And tonight, we have to sing the praises of Radharani. Just 5 minutes. छोटी सी किशोरी मेरे आंगना में डोले रे छोटी सी किशोरी मेरे आंगना में डोले रे आंगना में डोले मेरो मनवा में डोले रे छोटी सी किशोरी छोटी सी किशोरी मेरे आंगना में डोले रे आंगना में डोले, मेरो मनवा में डोले रे, छोटी सी किशोरी। मैंने वासों पूछी लाली, कौन गाँव की बेटी रे, मैंने वासों पूछी लाली, कौन गाँव की बेटी रे, हंस हंस के बतावे, हंस हंस के बतावे, मैं तो फरसाने की बेटी है, छोटी सी किशोरी, मेरे आंगना में डोले रे, छोटी सी किशोरी। मैंने वासों पूछी लाली, कहा तिहारो नाम रे, मैंने वासों पूछी लाली, कहा तिहारो नाम रे, तो मीठी मीठी बोले, मीठी मीठी बोले, राधा मेरो नाम है, छोटी सी किशोरी, मेरे आंगना में डोले रे, छोटी सी किशोरी। और मैंने वासो पूछी लाली, कहा तेरो ससुराल रे, तो हंस हंस के बतावे, मेरो नंदगांव ससुराल है, छोटी सी किशोरी। We asked this choti si kishori, is a little beautiful girl who is playing in the courtyard. Hey, which village are you from? मैं बरसाने से हूँ। राधा रानी की जय, महारानी की जय, राधा रानी की जय, महारानी की जय, बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय जय जय, बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय जय जय, राधा रानी की जय, महारानी की जय, राधा रानी की जय, बरसाने वाली की जय। Hey Lali, I asked her, what is your name? My name is Radha, she says. We asked her, कहा तुम्हारे ससुराल? Where is your ससुराल? मेरा ससुराल तो नंदगांव है। I am married in Nandagaon. I am married in Nandagaon. ए लाली, कौन तेरो भरतार रे? ए लाली, who is your husband? She says, सकुचावे बतावे, श्याम सुंदर मेरा भरतार रे। Krishna is mine. Krishna is mine. Bhaktajano, big question everybody's mind. You know? Did they ever get married? Why you need to know that? She who emerged from his body, she who is his Aradhya Shakti, you think they can ever be separated? They can never be separated. Don't humanize Krishna. Humanize Ram, but don't humanize Sri Krishna. अरियो राधा रानी, ले जाऊंगा उठा के, डोली में बिठा के, मैं मोहन मुरली वाला हूँ, कोई और नहीं। अरे मैं तेरे चाहने वाला हूँ, कोई और नहीं। अरियो राधा रानी, ले जाऊंगा उठा के, डोली में बिठा के, मैं मोहन मुरली वाला हूँ, कोई और नहीं। अरे मैं तेरे चाहने वाला हूँ, कोई और नहीं। अरे ओ राधा रानी, चुरा के माखन घर घर का, दिल मेरा ललचाए, चोरी चोरी छुपके छुपके सबको बड़ा सताए। माखन चुराने वाला, मटकी पुराने वाला, मैं मोहन मुरली वाला हूँ, कोई और नहीं। अरे मैं तेरे चाहने वाला हूँ, कोई और नहीं। मना ले, बाबा को समझा ले, मैं मोहन मुरली वाला हूँ, कोई और नहीं। हरि मैं तेरे चाहने वाला हूँ, कोई और नहीं. So we all know these songs have come to us, right? Radhika gori se, Biraj ki chori se. I want to marry Radha. Everybody wants a fair-skinned wife. And everybody wants a fair-skinned husband. That is why I'm still single. Yeah. अरे कैसे मिलन हमारा होगा कान्हा, तू काला और मैं गोरी. You're dark and I'm fair. मैया कहती नहीं बनेगी तेरी मेरी जोड़ी. Our mother will not agree. अरे your mother doesn't know who I am? माखन चुराने वाला, मटकी फुराने वाला, मैं मोहन मुरली वाला हूँ, कोई और नहीं. Doesn't she know I am the original flute player? Doesn't she know मैं मोहन हूँ? नहीं, Krishna, she will not agree. क्या करे? Radha will have to figure out what to do. So then he came up with an idea. What did he say? चलो मनाए जमुना तट पर एक अनोखा स्वयंवर, मोर मुकुट का मेरा सहरा साई तेरी पीतांबर. चलो मनाए जमुना तट पर एक अनोखा स्वयंवर, मोर मुकुट का मेरा सहरा साई तेरी पीतांबर. मैया को मना ले, बाबा को समझा ले, मैं मोहन मुरली वाला हूँ, कोई और हरि मैं तेरे चाहने वाला हूँ, कोई और नहीं. Anybody play Dolly House when they were little? Nobody play Dolly House? Where you were the lady of the house, and if you had a male cousin, he was the gentleman of the house. How old were you? 10 and below?
Yeah.
And you had your own bartan, you had your own corral, coconut shell. Remember those days? And you go searching for all the cans, and you could find that was your kitchen was stocked. At that age, you were playing husband and wife. At that age. But was there anything lascivious about it? Was there anything inappropriate about it? In those days, and for those who are older than me, we were not exposed to the things that our children are exposed to today. The things that they see, the language that they hear. We were not exposed to things like that. In Krishna's time, you think they had internet with inappropriate things? No. So when we say, Bhagwan is 7, 8 years old, he's calling Radha Rani, come let's go to the Yamuna river, we'll call Brahmaji, he will do our wedding. He will get us married. It's like child's play. Pure. Nothing inappropriate whatsoever. Brajvasis will tell you, the Radha is his eternal Shakti. They're never separate from each other. When you go to Maharashtra, then you'll see not Radha next to him, you'll see Rukmani next to him. Because Rukmani is a Maharashtrian princess. She's the princess of the state of Maharashtra. So they depict Krishna with Rukmani on this beautiful eve of Bhagwan Shri Krishna Bhagwat and Radha Rani's Janmotsav. I asked the members to please change them in blue. Krishna's complexion is like that of the sky. And Radha Rani, she wears that blue also, my dear ones. श्याम रंग में रंग गई राधा, भूली सुध बुध सारी, राधा के मन में बस गए श्याम बिहारी. राधा के मन में बस गए श्याम बिहारी. श्याम रंग में रंग गई राधा, श्याम रंग में रंग गई राधा, भूली सुध बुध सारी, राधा के मन में बस गए श्याम बिहारी, राधा के मन में बस गए श्याम बिहारी. She dresses in that particular color. That is Krishna's complexion. Bhaktajano, I pray that may your bhakti continue to grow. And as your bhakti is embellishing, that you start to break away from excessive attachments you have to this world. Vairagya for the world, break away from the world, and anuraga, attachment towards Bhagwan. May the good Lord bless all of you in abundance to grow from strength to strength, prosperity to prosperity, joy to joy, and may you experience all that which is good in life. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanudharaha, Tatra Shir Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruvani Tirmatir Mama. Shubh Radha Ashtami to each and every one of you. Celebrate your bhakti. It's one of the most beautiful part of your being, your most beautiful part of yourself. Prem Solo Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki. Shall we all stand for concluding arti, please? Om Jai Shri Radha, Jai Shri Krishna, Shri Radha Krishnai Namah, Shri Radha Krishnai Namah. Om Jai Shri Radha, Jai Shri Krishna, Shri Radha Krishnai Namah, Shri Radha Krishnai Namah. Om Jai Shri Radha, Radha Radha, Jai Shri Krishna, Shri Radha Krishnai Namah, Shri Radha Krishnai Namah. चोरी सुभर सावरा सूरत भोली, श्याम श्याम की एक सी जोड़ी, श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः. ओम जय श्री राधा, जय श्री कृष्णा, श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः, श्री राधा पचंग चूनर के सर प्यारी, पट पीतांबर कांवर कारी, एक रूप अनुपम छवि न्यारी, श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः. बोलो ओम जय श्री राधा, जय श्री कृष्णा, श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः, श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः. चंद्र चंद्रिका चम चम चमके, मोर मुकुट सिर दम 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 के, जुगल प्रेम रस छम छम छमके, श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः. ओम जय श्री राधा. Oh come on, we can do better than that. Om Jai Shri Radha, Jai Shri Krishna, Shri Radha Krishnai Namah, Shri Radha Krishnai Namah. गोविंदा चंदन चारु तिलक ब्रज चंदा शरद लाडली लाल सुनंदा श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। ओम जय श्री राधा जय श्री कृष्णा श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। घूम घुमारो घाघर सोहे कति काचनी कमलापति सोहे कमलासन सुर मुनि मन मोहे श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। ओम जय श्री राधा जय श्री कृष्णा श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा कृष्णाय मंदहसन मतवारी नैना मनमोहन मनोहारी सेना मृदु मुस्कावनी मीठी बहना श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। ओम जय श्री राधा जय श्री कृष्णा श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा भवबाधा हारी संकट मोचन कृष्ण मुरारी एक शक्ति के ही आधारी श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। ओम जय श्री राधा राधा जय श्री कृष्णा 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 श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधे गोविंद भज मन श्री राधे 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 राधो गोविंद भज मन श्री राधे श्री राधे गोविंद भज मन श्री राधे। अकेली मत जाना ओ राधा रानी 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 अकेली मत जाना ओ राधा रानी अकेली मत जाना ओ राधा रानी। मेरे शाम के घूंघर वाले बाल है मेरे शाम के घूंघर वाले बाल है मेरे शाम के घूंघर वाले बाल है उलझ मत जाना ओ राधा रानी उलझ मत जाना ओ राधा रानी अकेली मत जाना ओ राधा रानी अकेली मत जाना ओ राधा रानी। मेरे शाम के मोटे मोटे नैन है मेरे शाम के मोटे मोटे नैन है मेरे शाम के मोटे मोटे नैन है डूब मत जाना ओ राधा रानी डूब मत जाना ओ राधा रानी अकेली मत जाना ओ राधा रानी अकेली मत जाना। The song is a very humorous song. The dhun, it says Radha Rani, don't go to Vrindavan alone. मेरे शाम के घूंघर वाले बाल है he has long curl. मेरे शाम के घूंघर वाले बाल है उलझ मत जाना राधा रानी, you may get entangled in his hair. मेरे श्याम के मोटे मोटे नैन हैं. He has the ocean in his eyes. डूब मत जाना ओ राधा रानी, you may drown in his eyes. मेरे श्याम के मीठी मुस्कान है. And Krishna smile, O Radha Rani. बहस मत जाना ओ राधा रानी, you get lost in his smile, O Radhe. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेवं. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं. मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं. यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्. असतो मा सद्गमयं तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमयं. मृत्युर्मामृतं गमयं. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयं. सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Hari Om. We bow in reverence. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaram, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. Tasmai Shri Guruvai Namah. Tasmai Shri Guruvai Namah. Tasmai Shri Guruvai Namah. Prem Swar Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Albeli Sarkar ki Jai. Sanatana Dharma ki Jai. Sanatana Dharma ki Jai. Sanatana Dharma ki Jai. Grantha Raja Srimad Bhagwat Maha Puran ki Jai. And to get back the blood to flow, my dear ones. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai